Dear parishioners of St. Mary of the Angels, dear brothers and sisters in Christ, dear friends, we begin the new year with Advent, and Advent is inviting us to prepare for the coming of Christ. And He comes to us in various ways. He has come in the past, in that great feast of His incarnation, but He also comes to us in the present time, inviting us to see His coming in our lives here and now, and eventually preparing us for His second coming when He will come in glory. This Adventus, this whole waiting for how Christ will come, invites us to be alert, ready. We organize a little Advent accompaniment to help you in these times when our activities are such that we will have to be creative in your small groups and in your homes. Because not all of us can come to church, and because not all of us can attend talks, and because we're quite tired and zoomed out, we've organized Making Room for Jesus as our theme at St. Mary of the Angels. We hope you'll join us in this theme. Making room for Jesus in our hearts, making room for Jesus in our homes, making room for Jesus in our communities.
Making room for Jesus in our heart. How do we do that? Well, here at St. Mary of the Angels, we have created a booklet called Advent at Home. It's available on our website, or you can simply scan the QR code below to download your own copy. It consists of 3 parts: creating a prayer space, activities for the family, and reflections and prayer. And there are also links within these booklets for you to click on to get further resources or information about the various topics. The reflection and prayer section consists of weekly readings and prayers in which you can use on your own or as a household. And you can use this as an addition to either coming for Mass or as you attend the online services. Another way to make room for Jesus in your heart would be through the Sacrament of Reconciliation. As you prepare for this sacrament, take time to reflect on the various questions, or what we call the examen, which can be found in part 3 of this booklet.
Now, how do we make room for Jesus at home? Well, our home spaces could signify this season. I know everyone puts up the tree, but maybe apart from the tree, we could actually have that prayer space that will see us coming around at Advent to focus ourselves on this waiting, on this alertness of Christ's coming. It could be the Advent wreath, and you might need some candles. The Advent candles are available at church. You just have to come to reception. It's not on sale. You just give what you can and make that little contribution. In our booklets, we invite you to actually engage. You might want to shred paper and make a space for baby Jesus and have your prayer space with baby Jesus there with the shredded paper or brown paper. Be creative in that and kind of celebrate that making room for Him. We also have the baking of Advent cookies and Christmas cookies as a way in which the family can engage together at home. So whether it's making a wreath, making a prayer space, baking Advent cookies, it's activities for us to do at home.
Let me now share with you how we can make room for Jesus in our communities. We are all familiar with the story of Jesus when He came on this earth 2,000 years ago. Jesus as God came among His people, but there was no room in the inn for Him. But today, we want to creatively, as a parish, welcome Him into our hearts and life. And we are coming up with this following activities. The first is our outreach office has many activities that wants to support the people who need help, especially during the season of Advent. And here we have many programs. We have Christmas wishing tree, We have the elderly outreach program, and we also have outreach to the migrant workers. Not to forget them, they are important to our society, and many of them have now returned home to see their loved ones for almost 2 years. And lastly, this is a very wonderful way that we want to bring Jesus to the homebound. Here we have our youth who are teaming up with the pastoral ministries to bring communion to the elderly and the sick. There are many of them who are not able to receive Holy Communion for quite a while. And here we want to become the bridge between our church and a brother or sister in Christ. Our youth and young adults are also presenting an Advent series called Journey to Bethlehem. This life experience encourages youth to walk in the shoes of the various Bethlehem characters. And there are many like the shepherds. We have Mary, we have Joseph, we have the wise men, and many others as they prepare to welcome the newborn Christ for this Christmas. And so, my dear friends, I'd like to ask you, how can you make room for Jesus in our communities? We all know the family is called the small domestic church. And even though we have programs on our websites and to scan the QR codes, maybe the spaces are all taken up. We do not need to limit ourselves, but we can reach out, especially to a neighbor in need. We are living in a HDB environment where there's a brother or sister who may need to feel the love and compassion of Jesus this Christmas. We have also colleagues in our working place and also friends that we can extend this friendship hand of Jesus and touch their lives because we are celebrating Christmas as the people of God and making room for Jesus this 2021.
Finally, our Merry Christmas. So the website is out, and this is our way of participating in an Advent and making room for Jesus in His church here at St. Mary of the Angels. Everything that is given to a Merry Christmas will go to the maintenance fund to maintain His home. I hope that, whether you buy a Christmas bear or that honey with thyme or the berry jam or present a book, the book about the history of the church in Singapore. Maybe it's $25 and you would just like to buy a copy and give $50. Whatever is given to maintaining the room, the house of Jesus here at St. Mary of the Angels. So I hope you enjoy this curated gifts. We hope that it will be something that will be a truly wonderful Christmas by us making room for Him at Advent. God bless you.